Returning to CoinSuri's channel is an absolute pleasure. Significant coin worth over $41,000. If you were wondering whether the ETF application will be able to be finalized, I can assure you that BlackRock was right back in the middle of it, working closely with the SEC. They didn't waste time making little adjustments, and it seems like they were successful here, dude. No, I think it will definitely happen. On top of that, I'm more confident than ever before that we can succeed with this SEC. You can end up spending more than $2,200 on this theory. How is XRP currently doing? I suppose it continues to do what it does regularly. The hedging and hawing is going on for less than 62 cents. Is there cause for concern? I meet up with my pal Digital Asset every day. Also, this is what irritated him the most today, he said. Regular people have been investing in Ripple and XRP since I started following the news. Furthermore, for a valid reason. We have won a huge and historic victory in court, you know. Now we're at 61 cents, although not everything is going up, most things are, but your largest cryptocurrency holders get it. Please tell me when our time is up. I will tell you this. These triumphs are monumental. The United States uses the XRPS classification for the rule of law. Its commodity status allows it to be freely traded on U.S. platforms and protects it from SEC attacks. Furthermore, XRP's direct liquidity will ensure its success throughout the first bull run. With XRP, Brad Garland's house was crowned king of comebacks in 2023. He was instrumental in the victory for XRP and helped propel the cryptocurrency past the SEC. In addition, he is entirely accurate. Furthermore, everyone in the crypto ecosystem gains. Thus, the SEC will not be able to do any serious harm. For those who have the firm conviction that cryptocurrencies will form the backbone of future monetary systems, they may also be considered a component of the digital asset revolution. Relax, the right moment will arrive. Relax and let things happen as they will. The year 2021 will be declared. I can attest from personal experience that people suffering from PTSD are utterly afraid. We will succeed, so there's no need to worry. Kryptos XRP, in my opinion, will do better than the other cryptocurrencies with a huge market valuation. Nonetheless, I maintain that stance. I can say with absolute certainty that it will serve its purpose admirably. You may be confident that we will seize the opportunity presented by this massive bull run. The advantages of XRP will be substantial. The only thing left is time. How can we trade in light of the recent announcement of a Bitcoin ETF? After getting the last approval? Will that be the moment when things start to look up for this region? However, is that going to be the pinnacle? Will that cause Bitcoin to achieve its maximum value? This is gold, according to the chart he shared from Altcoin Daily. Was the time of the ETF's approval a good one to sell? I can tell you that the price went skyrocketing. It certainly never went lower after that. Terra. Will Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies experience a similar fate? The only way to find out is to wait till I play analyst for you today. And we will inquire as to their verdict. However, before we dove in, we had Grayscale's CEO present. Not only that, but his reasoning is really convincing. 2023 people would seek refuge in assets such as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies if inflation were to increase. This is the inflation hedge in action. When interest rates start to go down, what's going to happen next? Although fascinating, cryptocurrency continues to be a concern because of the danger it brings to assets. Plus, a lot of people think it's a great tech investment with lots of room to grow. Perhaps our success in 2024 will be even greater. He makes a very valid argument that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general are subjective notions. Before we go on to 2023, I think it would be wise to hear his thoughts. Coincidentally, the price of Bitcoin has surged by 150%. It seems to have had a positive association with gold this year, as you mentioned. Also, investors were looking for strategies to hedge their portfolios against inflation in 2023, which was a major worry for many. Gold is now bonds, Bitcoin is the new gold. As we near 2024 and the Federal Reserve, it is exciting to see Bitcoin and cryptos coexist in this environment where bonds and gold are both present. But this restaurant will serve us dinner at the designated time. Okay, then, how should we proceed? One important consideration is cryptocurrencies. I also think that all coins will see higher bids in 2024 under these conditions. Some investors may be getting themselves ready to take risks with Bitcoin transactions due to the asset's reputation as a high-risk investment, while the Federal Reserve may be hinting at interest rate cuts. On top of that, rather than seeing it as a store of value, investors may see it as an investment in technology. Due to the inherent risk in this technological investment, it serves as more than just a medium of exchange. Looking forward to next year's scenario, it might even be more pronounced than what we've seen thus far. Now this expert will tell you how to trade based on this information. Give me his 2 cents on his opinions and when we may expect to get the money. Listen to this long piece before we start. You really exude self-assurance. Yes. Is there any fresh data on the rising trend? I really doubt it. I suppose so, too. In anticipation of an exchange-traded fund (ETF) debut on January 5th or January 10th, this action is based on that expectation. Since you want to know how much of it is already in there, I'll admit that as a trader I'll be a bit anxious when it goes up. That moment is drawing nigh. Keep in mind that the current bull market might continue for another 2 years while thinking about Bitcoin's long-term destiny. There will be setbacks, maybe as many as 17, throughout this period. Months would pass after a great run, and it would drop 30 to 40%. So, keep that in mind. Therefore, January 10th. As far as anyone can tell, things are not looking good. As if you were attempting to sell disappointing news or disappoint people. Given this situation, what are your options? To be honest, I think it is a really valid statement. Given his description, rejection would be utterly terrible. Prices will also fall dramatically. How much more is there, considering that it is already included in the price and everyone knows, or believes they know, what's coming? Has something slipped my mind? Could this be made better? Following this, what are your intentions? At first, it appears like there's a lot of work to do, but as the year comes to a close, you begin to peel back some of the layers. Having said that, we want to reach a decision in the coming week or 2. Regarding the response, I'm sorry to break it to you, but he's a trader and I'm not. So, I'm out of here with the sales for this event. Considering that we have already gone past the main driver, it wouldn't be shocking if prices retraced little upon the ETF's introduction. On the other side, though, with the havening event and all, there is a lot going. I plan to trade in and out in a way that isn't dishonest. Actually, given his role as a trader, he does think things like, listen, this is mostly priced in the closer we get, and think you're gonna start pulling some money off the table here. Their year-to-date gains, in his opinion, are absolutely phenomenal. Therefore, doing so is a reasonable choice. From a trader's perspective, this should give you a good idea of what to expect. Next, the other coin's reaction, specifically whether or not there will be a sympathy move to about a month after a trend shifts. Bitcoin usually starts playing golf in bull markets. We saw a theory and breakout last night, then Solana, and now it's starting to go down the list. Thus, I anticipate that January will be like that. Your presence here is greatly appreciated, BK. There are a lot other altcoins out there. XRP isn't running just yet, for example, and the prevailing opinion holds that when Bitcoin hits its peak, Ethereum will launch, and then the market value of all coins would start to grow substantially. He may be right, January might be a banner month for XRP and related assets. Just so you know, that's probably not the worst way to lead Brian, but I'm going to talk about the big picture here. This change is occurring at the same time as 5 rate decreases that appear to be included for next year. It would appear that Bitcoin is making progress as soon as we advance them. Do you really think that's true? For the past almost 2 years, we have been fighting a macro headwind, thus, I interpret this as a macro tailwind. No doubt the Federal Reserve has done all in its power to exacerbate the problems faced by Japan, Europe, and China as a result of the strengthening currency and increasing interest rates. The Bank of Japan will not be tightening its monetary policies. Because of this, I think Bitcoin and short gold will do very well in this global liquidity environment. Once again, I'm confused about your question. It appears like he's making predictions about what will happen next year, and he thinks cryptocurrency will be a big hit. This is something I can tell you with certainty because as he moves on from the ETF details, a hypothesis will emerge and everyone will be vying to use their dApps. This time around, things will be considerably more chaotic than before due to the widespread knowledge of DeFi and the increased presence of NFTs. As a result of its widespread use, I foresee a gaming explosion. In order to construct gaming dApps, one must be ready for the theory to become so overloaded that they will not be able to perform any transactions, trades, or other game-related activities. They should also consider switching to other blockchains. After seeing the results of the campaign, many people began using the Binance chain, among others. Layer 1 smart contract blockchains will make Ethereum overcrowded, slow, costly, or practically unusable, in my opinion. I anticipate that competing businesses will increase their efforts since customers will finally have no choice but to go elsewhere. Some of them weren't ready the first time. When Cardano's bull run began, for instance, it wasn't ready. There were no polka dots this time. They are both Javadoc and are building a lot more. I think some of those Ethereum rivals will do really well if this bull run lasts and people look for better options when they launch. Also, as we go along in this part, you will see that a lot of different parts start to work. You ought to be alright as long as your investments are prudent and your portfolio is diverse and covers all the basics. Traditional cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are part of this category, but so are more specialized ones such. Data XRP, cryptocurrency Ether, it is what I refer to as the Holy Trinity. In addition to Ethereum, there are a number of competing cryptocurrencies in the gaming and deep biting sectors. Brace yourself for rapid wealth. Things are going to get interesting pretty soon. There will be obstacles. Even in 2017, he brought that up. Huge 30% setbacks are typical. That's just a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence that everyone is talking about. Similar to a bear market, nothing falls in a straight line. When you encounter these enormous gatherings, it's the polar opposite. Additionally, this can drag on for a while. There will be no discernible change in a year or two. Right now, we have no idea. Be prepared for a long voyage, though, if now is indeed the time. There will be a significant influx of capital. We will also be very successful. Leave a comment telling me what you think. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you so much, leave.